234. I believe our guest is calling. Hammer Down Racing Report. Is this Greg?
This is him.
All right. Hey, stand by for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Coming at you live from the Ron Miller Race Cars Hammer Down Racing Report studio. It is the Hammer Down Racing Report. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Tonight on the show, as you just heard, we're going to be speaking with
Greg.
Dirt Track Truck Series feature winner, two-time Dirt Track Truck Series feature winner at Oakshade Raceway.
Right.
And only Dirt Track Truck Series feature winner at Oakshade Raceway.
Yeah, perfect record.
Yeah. Gregg DeTray, also 2015 Oakshade Bomber champ. Do we change, since we changed the name of that class, like when they talk about an old Busch Series person, they still refer to it as an Xfinity?
Yeah.
So would we say he's now a 2015 Oakshade Dominator Superstock champion?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure of the etiquette on that.
We don't want to confuse our valued listeners.
I was confused, so I guess, yeah.
And viewers.
Yeah. Got some hot dog race information coming up. Oakshade Raceway is going to be, I don't want to say ripping off Sandusky, since they shared that idea with them. Sandusky Speedway does a hot dog race. So we're kind of putting together a thing of our own here with the Dominator Superstock class, and we'll go into some details on when that is, how that's going to happen, and how we can.
I wonder if we could see Gregg DeTray come out of retirement to run a hot dog race.
Maybe, yeah, we'll have to check that out. We'll also have the weekend weather pit stop and a heck of a lot of news, but we're going to try and keep this an abbreviated version of the show, somewhat abbreviated.
Out of respect to our valued fans.
I know a lot of them are interested in the Eldora Million going on. That'll be starting at 8 o'clock tonight.
Right. So what are they doing between 6 and 8 o'clock? Just
track prep.
Just grooming the track.
They had to get everybody out of the stands, and then I think they were going to start letting them back in about 7.
Okay.
About now.
All right.
Really. So, and then I think things are supposed to, the heat races, everything's supposed to start back up again at 8 o'clock.
So if they really are our valued fans, they'll have Hammer Down on their phone right now.
Probably if they have reception down there. I saw some people
some
issues
whining
with
about
reception.
that.
Yeah. Check out Dominator Race Products. All new Outlaw nose kit and vented metal wheel covers at DominatorRaceProducts.com. Dominator Race Products has body components for late models, modified sprint cars, street stocks, and much more. DominatorRaceProducts.com or call 419-923-6970. Also available from reputable dealers across the USA and some not some reputable dealers as well. Also, sponsors include Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race, racing every Saturday night. Follow them on social media or visit OakshadeRaceway.com. We got a full show this weekend. Gates open at 4, racing at 7 o'clock. And that hot dog race, which, like I said, we'll have information on after we talk to Greg here.
Right.
And also don't forget to contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs. From action shots to victory lane, they have all your favorite drivers. They also do some special photo shoots by appointment. So if you want to make one of the custom calendars they have, you want to make some custom shots, he'll do that.
Sure.
Give Charlie a call at 419-476-9978. They even have these customized driver metal license plates now available. You can check out some of the other products they have at Freeze Frame Photos online on Facebook.
Pretty exciting stuff, really.
Yeah. So let's bring Mr. DeTray back up here. Hey, Greg, how's it going?
It's going well.
Hey, thanks for giving us the time tonight. I know you said you had your daughter's ball game or something going on.
Yeah, I was just spectating at a softball game, so now I'm en route home and just about to pull in the driveway.
Did we win?
I left early.
Oh.
No, we were just one of our one and only times to spectate. So we were spectating some fellow teammates local ball.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk some racing. You have kind of stepped away, or stepped back, I should say, in recent years, but you've been doing this Dirt Track Truck Series deal at Oakshade the past couple of years, and you even elected, I believe, to start at the tail. I don't remember if you did that last year, but I know this year you did, and you still won your heat. You won the feature event. What is it? All your experience that you've had at the track that has led to those wins?
Last year, yeah, I think I was the only repeater that we had last year in the race, and then this year there's some newer faces and I believe that I probably have more laps around the track than any of those other 8 or 6 people, have.
Probably more laps than all of them combined.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Probably more than a lot of the current Dominator Superstock drivers, for that matter. Maybe half of them. Maybe half of them.
Yeah. We'll go half.
All right. So how did this arrangement come up for you to pilot the number 22 dirt truck?
So the 22 truck is the same truck as the 99 truck was last year. So back in 2017, racing down at Lima, we pitted next to Andy King one night. So, we got the chit-chatting down there. And I know in previous years, Andy had came up to Oakshade, but that was before we were allowed, racing tires and racing transmissions. So they made him run with the Sportsman, which was not really all that fun for him, I believe. So anyways, back to 2017, just got to talking with Andy, and then he knows that I was affiliated with Oakshade. So last year he reached out to me to try to talk to Oakshade to see about maybe bringing his little 4-cylinder or dirt track truck series to Oakshade. So I know that he was.
So you were you were instrumental in making that race happen last year.
I mean, I might have said something to Christy about it. I know Andy did as well. So, I thought that it would be a good idea for something a little bit different for them. And then, Andy was eager to wanting to come to Oakshade, and I think it was a good choice. It was awesome, exciting. They're fun little trucks.
And you're completely undefeated.
Yep. But I wasn't going to mention anything about that.
So I take it you haven't run any other dirt track truck series events than just the Oakshade ones.
Last year, I ran Lima on Friday night with that white 20 truck that was there last night, and I believe I was running 4th in the feature. And the problem with those Iron Dukes is that they're not, designed to twist 8,000 RPM. So you start sharing.
And you were twisting like 8,500?
I don't know. I don't think that truck had a tack.
That's probably a good thing.
But last year, I ended up breaking in the feature down in Lima with that white 20 truck, and then and I was right behind Tony in a 22 truck. So Andy says, "Here, take this truck home, and then race it tomorrow at Oakshade." So that's how that happened last year.
Cool. So I mean, other than going from 8 to 4 cylinders, what major differences are there between the dirt trucks and running a stock car at Oakshade?
So I would say the big difference is, of course, horsepower. As far as, handling, you can still do, a little bit of stuff to the front ends of those trucks and, mess with air pressures and stagger and whatnot. So, I think handling wise, they kind of handle, a little bit the same. I mean, I personally never have driven a leaf spring stock car, so I can't compare that, because all my cars were always 3-link or 4-link. But I think the big difference between the 4-cylinder trucks and the street stocks is, of course, horsepower, but they're still a blast to drive. And, and I think if somebody new wanted to, not race a front wheel drive, dump truck pushing 4-cylinder, then, these trucks would be perfect. It'll teach you how to, use a little bit of throttle control and a little bit of steering.
Any future plans to run any more dirt track truck series events?
I spoke with Andy a little bit before the show tonight, and he had mentioned something that if I wanted to, we could maybe try like Mount Pillier or something like that. And I know that they head out east as well too, but I don't know what my work schedule for one and then kids schedule two is. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants for stuff like that.
So you kind of stepped away from full-time racing a few years ago. We've seen you in the Bomber, the Dominator Superstock in 2020. Why'd you kind of step back from that? Is it because of all the family obligations and things like that, or what have you been up to?
Working and family. That's pretty much about it. And then, I still have, contacts with people in the racing world. So, they reach out to me and for knowledge and whatnot. So I try to help out whoever I can, whenever I can. And don't be surprised if you don't see me in a Dominator Superstock sometimes this year too.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And you've run a modified at Oakshade back in 2018, the dirt truck, the stock car. What is anything else that you haven't driven yet? Like maybe a late model or something? Back
in 2017, I drove a late model for the topless race, and I tell you what, I was exhausted that night.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I back in 2017, I ran the topless night. It was in Brett Miller's car.
All right. Yeah.
Where'd you finish?
I made the A.
Okay, good enough. Now you've driven. Obviously you're the 2015 Oakshade Raceway champion, but you've driven at other tracks. You mentioned Lima Land. You've ran at actually Bear Field that short time they had a dirt track. What other tracks have you gotten a chance to run at, and which one's your favorite?
I ran Fremont once a long time ago, back when they used to have the dealer's choice. Bearfield, Montpelier, Lima, Oakshade.
No Butler appearances.
No, I've only been to Butler once, and that was to go help Josh out up there when they had their dealer choice with his modified. But no, we weren't allowed to go up to Butler because they didn't like our rules.
Okay. What about Sandusky Hangover Race? You ever done that?
No desire.
Not a fan of the cold?
Not really. Usually the winter time is the time to rebuild.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's usually chop cut rebuild time.
Have you done any asphalt racing?
Go-karts, a long time ago.
Gotcha. So you mentioned family. Do you have children that are going to be maybe getting into a race car?
So my youngest one, she turns 12 this August, and she plays travel softball as well. And she keeps telling me that she wants a go-kart. She wants a go-kart. She wants a go-kart. So,
oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. So I think some of my Friday nights are going to be spent at Palmyra next summer.
I hear that's the place to go. I know Perry Cox already has his kid going up there. His kid's 6.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's that old even. Yeah. So that's where it begins. Are you ready for that?
I mean, if she gets one, then I guess I'm going to have to get one too.
Yeah, then you guys going to move up to full-size cars together then?
No, I think we'll just stick with the go-karts for her.
Okay, fair enough.
At Palmyra, Steve Rowe is one of the big deals there, and he's got a few years on you, so yeah, you'll be fine.
They're going to have to do they have a super heavy clone up there, for the 400-pounders?
He's asking you, Ron. I don't know.
They've got a class for just about everybody.
The heavyweights.
Gotcha.
So do you miss racing full-time, or do you actually, is it nice not to have that stress of having to be ready to go every week during the summer?
So full-time, I wouldn't say I'd miss full-time because, of what everybody says is that races are won in the garage. So, I mean, it was just like another 40-hour week job just working on the race car. But yeah, I do miss, at least having the option to, hey, let's go racing. All right, so let's go.
So you definitely enjoy the kind of one-offs or race here and there deal.
Absolutely.
A lot better.
Yeah, it's. I mean, this year and last year being in that truck, I had an absolute blast, and I don't think that there was a time when I didn't have a smile on my face, being out there riding around the track.
That's pretty cool.
It helps that you win too. I mean, that helps putting a smile on your face.
But he was
well.
He had to pass. He had to pass trucks.
That's true.
Well, I'd say, I kind of I'm kind of at an advantage being at Oakshade because I would consider that my home track. So, and I think that's why Andy reached out to me to get this deal going with them, because he knew what he was getting when he asked me.
Do you think he'd let you run full time in that series if you wanted to?
I mean, anybody. I mean, I wish that they would be at Oakshade more often, because I would potentially consider getting one for myself, because you can have a whole truck for less than what you can build a Hornet for now, for the guys that big money Hornets that travel around. So if they were more continuous around this area, yeah, I would consider building one for myself and just going out and having a ball with it.
And maybe a few more races at Oakshade would have helped the car count, or truck count, I should say, for this weekend.
I would say that's a pretty good assumption.
It's one of those chicken or egg things.
Yeah.
Which comes first?
So, you hear that, Chrissy?
There you go. So we got this hot dog race thing. Should we talk about that now?
Sure.
So we got this hot dog race thing, in which you could possibly be eligible for if you have a ride in the Dominator Superstock, because we're limiting this to the Dominator Superstocks. It's going to be happening on July 2nd. So
Saturday.
Well, yeah, Saturday night, part of the 4th of July weekend. Part of a regular show, I believe, just a full show of late models, sportsmen, super stocks, and compacts. But it'll be right before intermission. Are you familiar with the hot dog race that they
I am not.
They do these at Sandusky Speedway. That's where I learned about them from Chris Mize. So what we do is we're going to take two competitors, and I'll tell you how we're going to choose those two in just a little bit. Two competitors. They'll come out to the front stretch and basically start from a dead stop right at the flag stand. They're going to go around, do a lap, and then you got to stop at the flag stand after your lap, get out, take your helmet off, run up to the wall, eat a hot dog, drink a pop, get back in your car, strap back in. They'll have an official there to make sure
all the safety gear is on.
Is back on before they signal you to go, and then you make another lap, and whoever crosses the finish line after that second lap is the winner. And Nick Loy's Fix and Fab is putting up $100 for the winner.
Plus, you get a free hot dog.
Plus, you get a free hot dog and a drink. Yeah,
and a drink. Yeah.
Although I hear that there's been some messes inside the helmet where the hot dog didn't want to stay down. So I mean that could cause a little bit of a bummer. But what do you think about that, Greg?
Now, is that just two people doing that?
Just two people. It's like a drag race and a hot dog eating contest.
I think we're going to use the hammer down pizza wheel, aren't we? To
yes. What we're going to do is people that are interested, I should say, Dominator Superstock drivers, teams, whatever, that are interested in competing. If you go to hammerdownracingreport.com, I have a form on there. If you're interested in competing, put your name in, and basically what we're going to do is spin the wheel. We're going to draw two winners that will be able to compete for that $100, and then we're going to have
out of all the people that put their hand up.
And we'll have two alternates as well. So should one of those two primary competitors have an issue with their car or
an issue
not
with
show
them,
up with an issue with them, we'll
their
have
wife
some
said,
alternates.
"You're not going to do this silly stuff."
Let me check my calendar right now.
You like hot dogs?
Depends on what kind of hot dog.
It's an Oakshade hot dog.
Oakshade track dogs, buddy.
Okay, sign me up, and I'm free from ball that weekend.
All right, well that's the deal. You can also contact Ron or me, and we'll put your name in the hat as well. We're going to do that drawing on the show I believe it's the 29th of June, or June
The
29th
week
show.
before.
Yeah, the Thursday before the show. We'll pick who's going to be competing in that.
Yep,
So,
sign me up.
Yep.
I'm in.
All right, Gregg DeTray, 2015 track champion, is down for this. John Young has actually already signed up. He was already on the website. Yeah, I got his entry too. So, again, hammerdownracerreport.com if you're interested in signing up. And you can, if you're not sure about it yet, we'll take those entries right up until the 29th when we draw.
Once you drink the pop and chow down your hot dog, the official will make sure that you're properly buckled in and turn you loose. So if you get done eating and drinking before the other guy, you get a head start.
Yep.
Yeah. You also get a head start if you're first back to the start-finish line.
That's true.
Although it was pretty comical watching it at Sandusky, they almost went past the start-finish line because they were going too fast because they wanted to get there fast. So you got to make sure your brakes work too. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Gregg, congratulations on the Dirt Track Truck Series wins, and we appreciate the time.
Look forward to seeing you
Back at the
for
track.
a three-peat
Yeah.
next year.
Hopefully I can get in on that July 2nd little hot dog race then.
Yeah, and if this works, we may do another one. Basically, Pam's making me do this, so we'll make it happen. Chris Blykamp says that you can use his car if you get picked.
Perfect.
So now you've got a ride. You've still got some safety equipment, right?
I got it all.
All right.
Just
you still
gotta-
fit into your driver's suit?
Did you not read my Facebook post last week?
I missed it.
Yeah, my suit fits perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And that's your story, right?
That is 100% honesty truth.
Okay.
Well, practice eating those hot dogs then.
Oh, that's no problem.
All right. Thanks, Gregg. We'll talk to you later.
All right, well, thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Greggy.
Take care.
Mm-hmm. Bye. There you go. That's Gregg DeTray, your 2015 Oakshade Raceway Dominator Superstock champion and two-time Dirt Track Series feature winner at Oakshade Raceway. So, again, you have time. Any other Dominator Superstock drivers out there that are interested in this, just shoot us a message on Facebook, call Ron, call myself, just somehow let us know, and we'll put your name in the hat. Or the easiest way, as I said, is go to hammerdownracerreport.com. It's right there on the front page.
Quick little form.
Quick little form there. Just name, driver, or driver name, car number, email, and phone number, I think is pretty much it. So, and again, we'll pick the winner on the June 29th show for that.
Winners.
The qualifiers, and the alternates. So we'll draw for at least 4 people to be participating in that for the first ever Oakshade Raceway hot dog race. Thanks, Chris Mize, for the fun thing. He's going to be fighting a midget. That is not something I don't think that we're going to be copying at Oakshade.
No?
No, I don't think so. I can't find any interested parties.
It's not me.
I was looking at you, though.
It's not me. It's not me, Scott.
We got some racing roundup to get to, and we do have a lot of interesting news here to wrap up before we get out of here for the Eldora Million. First, I want to mention Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, as well, additional sponsors of the show. We'll talk more about them in a little bit. Attica Raceway Park, Friday night, All-Star Circuit of Champions Zeb Wise picking up the victory there. Rusty Schlenk picked up the late model feature win, and 5-time track champion Paul Weaver was the 305 sprint feature winner. Lima Land, Friday night, Jeff Matheny won the $2,000 Keyser Memorial Thunderstock feature. Todd Sherman was the modified winner. Landon Simon won the non-wing sprints, and Tony Anderson was the Dirt Track Truck Series winner there. The non-spring sprints. That'd be bumpy. Oakshade Raceway, Rusty Schlenk went 2 for 2.
Scott, that was
a great feature race, wasn't it?
The racing was very good at Oakshade Saturday,
Noonan,
but that feature was excellent. Congratulations to both Rusty and Casey Noonan.
They traded the lead a couple times there.
Several times.
Yeah. With Slank, I think, finally got the lead on.
And Rusty running the top side. A couple times he got a real good run off of 4, and you thought, well, there it is. He's in the lead. Then all of a sudden, Casey'd battle back, and he'd lead the next lap. It was as exciting a race as we've seen there in a long time.
Jesse Jones, our guest last week and feature winner in the sportsman class a couple weeks ago, he says he heard our
record.
Yeah, our winning percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to go to the tail. So that didn't count.
That wasn't.
We don't count that.
We'll give you another shot this weekend.
You get a
Jesse.
mulligan. Yeah. Carter Murday was the winner, though, in the sportsman feature at Oakshade. Colin Schilt picked up his second Dominator Superstock A-Main. Just mentioned Gregg DeTray, the Dirt Track Truck
Series.
Series.
Who ran second in that Dominator Superstock race, Scott?
And Josh Overmeyer picked up the Superstock B-Main feature winner.
Scott, that was an amazing race. You made us proud. You really did.
All right, you got time to put my new body on the car this week?
We're wrapping up some of the projects.
It'll make it go faster, I'm sure.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, starting on the pole didn't hurt. That did not suck. So
that happened.
That was fun. Fremont Speedway was off last week. They're going to be in action 2 nights this coming weekend.
Where did you start your heat race?
7th.
And how did you finish the heat race?
I won that, yeah.
Okay. So
I'm undefeated in heat races.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm excited about that. Montpelier Motor Speedway action on Saturday night. Derek Losh won the modifieds. Heisman Skeens was a street stock winner. Lee Hobbs picked up the super stock win, and Josh Gamblin was the Hornet winner. Jeremy Vanderhoof picked up the street stock A-Main Saturday night at Flat Rock Speedway. He led flag to flag. Taylor Papineau won the street stock B-Main, his 3rd consecutive feature win. And Howard Kelly Jr. won the late model sportsman event. Oh, and Rob Remick won the 250-lap enduro up there.
All right.
Eldora Speedway, Wednesday night. Action was postponed to this afternoon, so I was working and kind of watching that. Yeah, it rained last night.
And a significant amount of it.
Yeah, it was a little muddy down there, but the track, of course, with the sun, it dried out today. We're not in too bad shape like we were talking earlier. Chris Ferguson won the A feature. Jonathan Davenport won the B feature. The preliminaries for tonight's $1,002,022 feature event. 101 laps, I believe they're going to be going tonight.
Ooh.
And the redraw they picked was 0, so the fastest guys will be starting on the up front.
So the two,
which I was kind of upset. I was hoping there'd be
the two feature winners will be starting up front.
I believe they'll be the front row.
Time.
I think they're going to be on the front. But there was points.
Okay,
it was by points, not the feature winners. It's going to be Mike Marlar and I can see, was it Davenport?
Based on passing points, maybe.
It was. They got points for everything: qualifying, heats, and the feature. So. So that'll be starting here in about a half hour. If you're watching us live, if you're listening to us on the podcast, it happened and it was an awesome race, I'm sure. The Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions, Attica Raceway Park, as we already mentioned, Friday night, Zeb Wise won that. Then they went on to Atomic, Cole Duncan picking up the feature win there. In World of Outlaw NASA Energy Drink sprint car action on Friday night, Carson Macedo picked up the win at River Cities over in North Dakota. The Sunday event at Huset's was rained out and rescheduled for June 22nd. Bobby Pierce was the winner Friday night at Tri-City in World of Outlaw Case late model action. Devin Moran picked up the win at West Virginia Motor Speedway on Friday night in Lucas Oil late model action. Saturday night was Jonathan Davenport picking up the historic 100 win at West Virginia Motor Speedway. And all those big names are down there at Eldora. 100 and... I forget, it was something like that. Yeah. A lot of cars, a lot of late models.
I think they
Devin Moran.
I think they stopped the entries at 120.
Is that what it was?
I believe.
Donnie Moran, the last winner of the Eldora Million.
Right.
Dean Henry shot me a message. Said, "Wouldn't it be cool if Devin would win?"
I think that it would be unbelievable. It would.
He looked competitive. I mean, wasn't up there battling for the lead, but maybe the track will change. Maybe they'll make changes here.
100 laps, you can guarantee the track will change.
Yeah, it'll be a different race tonight, so it'd be something to watch for. Will Power won the Detroit Grand Prix Sunday in NTT IndyCar Series action. Cup Series action, Joey Logano won the Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. That was an interesting race.
It certainly was. It looked like a full moon Saturday night at your local track.
Yeah. We'll have some more details on that here in just a little bit. Saturday at Portland International Raceway in the Pacific Office Automation 147, AJ Allmendinger, the Dinger, picking up the win. That also, I guess, had some interesting action.
Made Scott happy with Dinger winning.
Okay, so I could say Dinger.
Yeah.
It would have been better if De Benedetto. That's the guy I like saying. But he's in the trucks now. And he did not win Saturday in the Toyota 200 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Corey Heim did. Before we get to some breaking news here, I got to mention Big D's Pizza Subs, Ribs, Chicken, and More in Clyde, Ohio. Give them a call, 419-547-1444. Order online at orderbigdspizza.com. Try the new homemade nacho chips. Big on taste, not on price. It's Big D's Pizza. And Ron Miller Race Cars. Give Ron a call, 734-856-723. Race cars, parts, safety equipment, tires, service, everything a racer needs. You still got a little bit of a tire supply?
I have some.
Are you limiting it per purchase, or is it
Not yet?
Not yet. Okay, so you're not down that low. Okay. Dean did want us to share something here. Oh, Chris Mize says the ribs are awesome there as well.
Oh, all right.
Dean Henry, one of the sponsors of the hot dog, they have a series at Sandusky, and they have the championship belt that they had made. And Dean sent me a picture of. I guess we don't have Greg on the phone anymore. We'll take that off there. But there's a picture of the belt right there.
For the hot dog race.
For their hot dog race champion.
And it's more than just one race, right?
I believe it's 3.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's the deal that they have going on out there. But, Big D's stepping in and sponsoring that. Dean's huge into anything racing, so that's
and food.
Pretty cool. And food, yeah, and pizza. Good stuff. I actually was talking about possibly doing a live Hammer Down Racing Report there later this month, but they got something going on the days that I actually had a vacation day on, so we'll have to pick another day. Still working on that. Still in the works. 5 races now.
Ooh.
For the hot dog race championship belt. That's pretty cool, though. I think I'd like to win it. Again, the Oakshade Raceway hot dog race, just one of them at Oakshade. $100 to win. That's courtesy of Joe Nicloy and Nicloy's Fix and Fab. It's going to be happening July 2nd. Again, Dominator Superstock drivers that are interested in participating, fill out the form at hammerdownracingreport.com. We'll pick 2 winners, 2 competitors, I should say, and then 2 alternates, again, on our June 29th show. And we'll have that event on the 2nd. So, or you can even call or text the Hammer Down hotline, 419-318-3081. And you can express your interest in entering on that. Just leave your name, phone number, and car number.
And this needs to be a regular Dominator Superstock.
It doesn't need to be regular. It just needs to be. They have to be a legal Dominator Superstock racer. Okay. Yeah.
So
and be able to eat a hot dog.
Anybody in an Oakshade legal Dominator Superstock could.
There you go.
Ooh.
Carson Hocevar was injured in a crash at the end of the NASCAR truck race at Worldwide Technology Raceway after Tyler Hill crashed into his driver's side. And did you see that? You didn't see this video where
I didn't see it, Scott.
There's audio of him from inside the truck. This has the crash and just audio from inside the truck. So check this out. So he's sliding. It's drilled in the driver's side door.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That was a hit.
Yeah, and there's some captions on this because it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying. But, you see the other 2 trucks there in the infield. They look pretty beat up, too.
Right.
You can kind of...
That was a hard hit, Scott.
Yeah, you can kind of hear him there kind of yelping, but he's got the window net down. Sounds like he turned the fans off. And still, here comes the track. He's yelling help. Track crews are helping out the other trucks, but nobody's going to him.
Somebody what?
Somebody effing help me, is what he says.
That's what I thought.
And
I
still
heard.
nobody there. They're still working on the other guys. And now finally somebody arrives up to help him. And he's saying the same thing, effing help me. And the trucks are going by under caution. I think they're having trouble hearing what he's saying. So obviously he's not having a good time there.
Yeah.
So that was Carson Hocevar. He's actually, I guess, going to give it a go this weekend at Sonoma. He did say that
Some injured ribs.
He was taken to a nearby hospital, and he said he had an ankle injury. He has since returned home. He was waiting specialist results before commenting further on his ankle injury, but I guess he made a comment or commented yesterday, no further details on any specific injuries. So it's almost like a hockey thing where they don't tell you exactly what the injury was, but he will, I guess, attempt to give it a go. But Daniel Suarez will be on standby to relieve Carson Hocevar this weekend at Sonoma. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, our best goes out to him.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. Ross Chastain, we were talking about the Cup race at St. Louis. He took responsibility for wrecking Denny Hamlin and being involved in the incident with Chase Elliott. And
he dumped them both.
Here's what he had to say after. Tell me if this makes up for it.
Well, a big story, of course, was Ross Chastain earlier on, and you in the 11, and then you in the 9. Take us back from your perspective, Ross, and what happened between you two.
It was terrible driving, Jamie. It's one thing to do it once, but I just kept driving into guys. And at this level, I'm supposed to be better than that. And it's a shame for Moose and Advent Health and Jockey and Worldwide Express and have all these people believing in me and Justin Marks and Pitbull to put me in this car. They deserve better.
Will you go talk to him?
I will, yeah. I owe half the field an apology, and words aren't going to fix it, so I'll have to pay for it on the track. And almost did today, and then I deserve everything that they do. I can't believe that I continue to make the same mistakes and overdrive the corners and drive into guys. I had time under caution to get reset, and we go green, and I drive into somebody. It's terrible.
Thanks, Ross.
What do you think? I don't think it's good for Denny. Denny said he's not done.
Right.
Which it did make watching the race somewhat comical whenever those two got close on the track.
And he was afraid to go around Denny because Denny had slowed down. I was wondering if he wasn't trying to keep Chastain under the minimum required speed and get him black flag.
Yeah. And he almost did, but I don't know.
I guess maybe they came over the radio and said, Denny, let him go.
I'm not sure, but NASCAR's stance on the situation is, and this is a quote, "It's kind of up to those guys to sort it out and how it moves forward from there. We'll obviously keep a close eye on them as we do in all these situations." Drivers have at it. Is that
have at it, boys? Was the
doing?
Exact quote. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like there may have been some issues at I-96 on Friday from I-96 Speedway. This is a quote too. "Just clarification, you will see sprint car shows at I-96. Just won't be as many classes of sprints. This past weekend was probably the worst for every track in the state because of gas prices, open houses, and graduation parties. We might take this weekend off completely next year. We are scared for racetracks in general with all the price increases and fans not having that extra money to come to the races. We hope things turn around." I kind of only saw bits and pieces of this.
Yeah, they had an announcement early on encouraging fans to show up because
or they wouldn't have any sprint car shows.
Yeah, if
I
we
did
don't,
see, and they took that down. I think I saw.
Yeah, if we don't get a good attendance, we will probably not be running sprint cars. So apparently they motivated the fans
enough. I believe
enough.
I heard that the show went kind of long, but they kept going. But it was because of they had some red flags, some incidents that were out of their control.
And those things happen.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I saw that somebody had shared the post about make sure you come out and support sprint cars, or we're not going to have them back. It was almost like a
threat.
Yeah, which I thought was
and that was straight from I-96 Speedway.
Their account. Yeah. I thought was, I don't know. I don't think that's and I don't have anything against I-96 at all. I just don't think that's the best marketing. Come on out, or we're not going to do this.
You might be right there, Scott.
I'm not always right. I did run into Sam Driggers last weekend, not this past weekend,
right.
the week before, and asked him about the American Late Model Series. And it's not completely done, but they're taking this year off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I saw
that was, and then I saw he had a letter that he put out about fighting, I think it was.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And he wasn't real specific about what went on, but he was pretty adamant that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah,
I thought I saw a couple of tracks advertising ALMS.
I thought that originally Attica's date.
Yeah, I thought that
Labor Day weekend was going to be an ALMS show, but according to Sam Driggers from UMP Dirt Car, no ALMS this year.
I thought it was strange that Attica had one and some of our local tracks didn't.
Yeah, well, so that's the update on that. I'm not exactly sure what this means. You would understand this. Other racers would as well. A flat rock tire rule change effective immediately. This is from Jack Franzel.
Right.
No tires will be permitted with Y, W, or Z rating. Actually, W, Y, or Z rating. We have added the W and Y rated tires that are not permitted for competition. What are those?
Those are treadwear ratings. Remember that their factory stocks at Toledo are on a DOT tire.
So those are DOT.
Yeah, that's
specifications.
That's a specification.
I don't even know anything about my own.
That designates treadwear, and the faster the treadwear, the softer the tire. So, Jack Franzel, if you're listening, Ron Miller Race Cars has an excellent alternative to those DOT tires. Towel City retreads retail out the door, $105 a piece.
And they use those at Sandusky.
Yes, they do.
Funeral services for Jensen Reynolds will be tomorrow, Friday, June 10th, at Montpelier Elementary School in Montpelier, Indiana. It's going to be at noon, and Jensen, I guess, was a 5-year-old, and he was a young race fan that was killed in a tragic accident last Thursday evening, a week ago. The family has asked the racing fraternity to help lead the funeral procession. So if you have a race car and you want to be part of the procession tomorrow, they are meeting and parking at Montpelier Motor Speedway parking lot no later than 12:45 tomorrow, at which time the procession will head to the school. So kind of a cool thing. Those are kind of cool. Buddy Kofoid has been on a tear through the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship, Indiana Midget Speed Week. Holy crap, that's a mouthful. He won at Tri-City last Thursday, Bloomington Speedway on Friday, and Lawrenceburg Speedway on Saturday. On Sunday, he finished second to Thomas Meserol. I saw a video of that interview with Meserol.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was not happy with Kofoid.
Really?
And I saw Kofoid say, there was a little feud, I think, there. After 2 nights off and Wednesday's postponed at Circle City Raceway, Speed Week returns to action tonight at Lincoln Park Speedway, Gas City I-69 Speedway on Friday, Kokomo Speedway on Saturday, and the rescheduled Circle City Raceway now becomes the finale this Sunday.
I hope Buddy Kofoid remembers us when he's a NASCAR superstar.
When he's champion.
Because I really think he's headed that way, Scott.
He could be. He handled himself pretty well there.
He does.
I can't imagine him being in a fight, though. Meserol seemed mad, though. I mean, T-Mez, I didn't see what happened, so I don't know. I think there were some slide jobs going on there, and maybe one of them didn't go as planned. But so Saturday night at Oakshade, there was a little bit of a scary incident. Did you happen to see that?
Oh, I did. And at first, the lighting wasn't real great from where I was sitting, and I saw a ball of flame going out the back of the truck. I said, "That is strange." Let's see if your video shows
out of Adam Noonan's car.
Yes,
it doesn't show that. This is actually I found this from the 3T Superstock, who was running toward the back here. Here, let me bring this up. If you look to the left of the video there, once I start it, you can see a little bright.
Looks like another caution light.
Yeah, well, it does. And
it's not.
It'll be moving kind of strangely. It is actually Adam Noonan's foot on fire. So, and then Adam ran down the track and jumped into the pond and the
little retention pond in the infield.
Yeah, to get the fire out. So, from what I read, I don't think I reached out to him. I didn't hear back. I wanted to.
No serious injuries.
Okay.
A few on his hands.
That's what I thought.
Some minor burns on his hands from where he tried to beat the fire out.
But somehow fuel got into. I'm wondering if it was from a fuel pressure gauge.
No, they have. That car, yes, that car has an onboard fire system, but apparently, and it's a freak thing, apparently a wire came disconnected and hit the line to the onboard fire system, and it discharged onto the braided line for the fuel gauge inside the car.
So the fuel or the fire suppression system started a fire.
Something like that. And it apparently somehow it made the line to the fuel pressure gauge brittle, and it started dumping fuel all over his foot and his lower leg. I don't know what it was that
ignited
it, but our fans here saw what happened. And good safety equipment. He had good safety shoes, good Nomex shoes, good safety equipment. No serious injuries. I'm sure we'll see him this week.
Hope to see him back this week.
Yeah. There's two options to that. They have electrical gauges that work off of a sensor where that line would not be in the car, or they have isolators which mount outside.
I probably have the dangerous one.
Yes, you do.
Great.
Outside of the cockpit.
Spectacular.
And then only air actuates the gauge. So
there's some options there.
Yes, there are.
Interesting.
And maybe we should look into those.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Okay. Well, when you take when you do the body work, we'll look at that too.
All right.
Last week's how many was how many 410s? We're going to be at Attica.
And?
Yeah. And the number was 38. I'm sorry. I was.
Okay. You were studying your notes.
I was a little confused there. 38 was the actual number. That was the All-Star show at Attica last Friday night. You were closest among us that guessed in the
42.
studio here with 42. Yes, the answer to life.
Yes, it is.
Everything, whatever. So
it should be 35, but that's okay.
That's also a good number. Dean Henry was one of our. We had actually a tie here, so we're going to have to spin the Big D's Pizza Wheel to determine this week's or last week's winner of Big D's Pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
So Dean could win.
Dean could win one of his own pizzas, and if he does win, then we're not gonna count that one. So we have actually Dean Henry picked 39.
Pretty close.
Andy Williams picked 39. And Matt Swander picked 37. So they were all one off. So those are the three names on the Big D's Pizza Wheel that we are going to spin and find out who wins the Big D's Pizza. So here we go. Of course, it's going to be Dean Henry. So Dean can have his own pizza anytime he wants. So we'll have two winners. Let's just remove him.
Well, yeah.
So we'll have two winners this week.
Let's black flag Dean from that.
He's got a vested interest. So our winner is going to be Matt Swander. who is probably going to donate it to local first responders.
Yes.
As he normally does. So it's kind of quite a trip for him from Indiana to...
but it would be a trip worthwhile.
Absolutely it is. No. Yeah. Oh, a little late on the text to remind me about the scroll. Anyway, this week's how many 410s are going to be at Fremont on Saturday? Fremont has 2 shows because Ohio Sprint Speedway starts Friday night, actually, in Attica. Then they go to Fremont Saturday and Sunday. Saturday show, how many 410s are going to be checked in there in competition? That's the how many for this week. For your chance to win a Big D's Pizza, just put your guess in our comments on our Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Either of those will count. You'll have until 4 p.m. on Saturday to get that guess in. Only one guess. You guess more than once, then you will be black flagged. So, Chris Mize, you cannot guess more than one number. 45 and 38? What?
Well, he was 45 on Saturday, 38 on Sunday.
It's only Saturday. We are only concerned with Saturday's number.
So we'll ignore your Sunday number there.
So you get one guess, and if you're listening to us on the podcast on Spotify or something, maybe you're listening to us on Friday night, Saturday morning, just jump on our Facebook Live, get in the comments, put your guess in, and you could win a Big D's Pizza. Ron, you were the winner. What do you got? How many do you think?
I think I'd be silly to pick anything other than 38, Scott.
You're picking 38? Well, you know what?
You're going with 39.
I'm going with 42.
Ooh.
I'm taking your number from last
me,
yes. So I'm going to stick with 42.
Yeah, I don't know what other sprint shows are around that could have affected Attica last week.
But it's a pretty big week, and we'll go through all the dates for Ohio Sprint Speed Week as we wrap up the show here momentarily. We have Ryan Weekman, your weekend weather pit stop. We're going to wrap things up here shortly so we can get to the Eldora Million. First up, your Big D's Pizza racing menu for this weekend. Of course, Eldora Speedway tonight. It's the Eldora Million, $1,222 to win. I believe it's the second highest paying race in the country. It pays more than the Daytona 500.
Wow.
I think only Indy pays more, I believe I heard them say. For a late model race.
Yeah.
At a dirt track. That's pretty cool. Tony Stewart's going to be presenting that check. That'll be tonight starting at 8 o'clock. If you got your tickets, it's only $74. So tomorrow night, Lima Land's going to be in action with the Ron Cale Jr. Memorial featuring NRA 360 Sprint Invaders, UMP Modifieds. Kenny Wallace is going to be racing down there in the Modifieds tomorrow night. Thunderstock's also in action at Lima Land. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:30. General admission is $12 for adults. Eldora is back in action tomorrow night as well with the Dream prelims. Gates open at noon for that, racing at 7:30. $34 for adult general admission. Racing starting at 7:30. Did I just say that? Yeah. Attica Raceway Park also in action Friday night with the Burton Bridget Classic Ohio Sprint Speed Week kickoff featuring the All-Star Circuit of Champion 410 sprints. $6,000 to win. UMP Late Models also in action for $2,000 to win. Gates open at 3, racing at 7:45. $25 for adult general admission at Attica. Saturday.
For a big race like that, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Saturday night, you got some choices here. You got the Oakshade Raceway, late model sportsman, Dominator super stocks, and the compacts. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission just $14. Compacts had last week's off because of the dirt truck, so compacts back in action at Oakshade. Had a pretty big field of them the first week.
Yes, they did.
The last time they were there, yeah. Fremont, as we mentioned, a couple shows this weekend. Saturday nights, Kistler Engines and Kistler Racing Products night. Ohio Sprint Speed Week night number 2 with the All-Star Circuit of Champions, 410 sprints. Dirt trucks in action as well. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission, $25 there. Sandusky Speedway, North Coast Stock Series, Renegades and Beginner Stocks. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission, $5 for adults at Sandusky. Fly Rock Speedway is hosting the Dunwell Dry Goods School Bus Figure 8 Outlaw Super Late Models Figure 8s Flagpole Race, Figure 8 Boat Race. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7 p.m. So they're switching to their 7 p.m. time for the rest of the summer to start racing. General admission, $21 for, I believe it's for, if you get them through their website. They do have a rain date at Flat Rock. That's going to be Sunday. Montpelier Motor Speedway is in action with the Top Dog Face-Off number 2, featuring modified super stocks, Hornets, street stocks. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7:22 p.m. General admission, $12 there. Eldora Speedway, it's the 28th. Dirt Late Model Dream with dirt late models. Gates open at noon, racing at 7:30. General admission is $45. Yeah, that might be 8 o'clock start for the Saturday night. Yeah, double check on that. If you show up at 7:30, you'll be a half hour early, so it's all good. And then Sunday night, Fremont Speedway featuring Bauman Auto Group, Ohio Sprint Speed Week night number 2, the All-Star Circuit of Champions, and the 305 sprints in action. That's going to be an evening show, 4 o'clock for the gates, 7 o'clock for racing, and general admission, $25 at Sandusky Speedway. Other series in action this weekend, the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, Friday and Saturday, Brunel's Big Guns Bash at Knoxville Raceway. And, of course, Ohio Sprint Speed Week's going on. We mentioned Attica, Fremont. That's where we're kicking off. And then we go to Wayne County Speedway on Monday, Sharon Speedway Tuesday, Atomic Speedway on Wednesday, Waynesfield Raceway Park next Thursday night, then Lima Land next Friday, and Portsmouth Raceway Park next Saturday for the Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions Ohio Sprint Speed Week.
And Portsmouth will be the finale?
As far as I know, yes.
All right.
Unless there's a rain out and something gets rescheduled, you never know what's going to happen. It's going to get hot next week, too, so It's going to be crazy. NTT IndyCar Series, the Sancio Grand Prix at Road America. That's going to be Sunday, June 12th, 12:30 on NBC. Arca Menard Series back in action with the Calypso Lemonade 150 at Iowa Speedway on Saturday. That'll be at 9 p.m. on MAV TV. The Cup Series for NASCAR will be at Sonoma Raceway for the Toyota Save Mart 350. That will be June 12th. That's Sunday, 4 o'clock, FS1. And the trucks also in action this weekend at Sonoma. They're going to be there Saturday for the DoorDash 250. 7:30 is the start time on that on FS1. Real quick, your weekend weather pit stop with Ryan Weekman. Just so you know what to wear to the track this weekend.
Here is your weekend weather pit stop forecast. I'm WTOL 11 meteorologist Ryan Weekman. Let's talk about our Friday races first. Lima Land, Eldora, and Attica all underway after 7 p.m. At the most, we're talking about a very slight chance for a shower or downpour. I think most of us are going to be just fine. Temperatures a little cool for what you'd expect in the second week of June. We'll put race time temperatures probably somewhere in the low 70s to start, and 60s during actual race time. Saturday, let's go to those races where we've got Oakshade, Fremont, Sandusky, Flat Rock, Montpelier, and Eldora all going on in the evening hours. We will be watching as a system from the northwest is crossing over Lake Michigan. That will give us a very late chance for showers and downpours. All those races, very good chance they start off dry, but we will have to watch towards the tail end there. And then Sunday, we've got races at Fremont in the evening. Good news, it's in the evening because early on there will be showers and downpours. Could make things pretty wet for the first half of our Sunday. For WTOL 11, I'm meteorologist Ryan Weekman. Have a great weekend.
I'm hoping he's wrong about the weather there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Thanks to associate producer Dave Kemmer, contributors Matt Swanner, John Young, Doug Dock, and Bob. Just going to call him Bob from now on. We do have a Hammer Down hotline call from last week. We do have to address this. So
while you're looking at that, our good friend Dennis McCree said that Indy, $3.7 million to win.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than $1 million.
1,220,022.
2022.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm highly disappointed in you, Scotty. You didn't even mention that Monday at Circle City Raceway Memorial Day, they ran the C.J. Rayburn Memorial Race. And for anybody that was lucky enough to watch that race, it was one of the best races you'll ever see. The first 33 laps was an absolutely amazing race. You had so many drivers battling for the lead. They were all caught up in lap traffic. It was super exciting, popcorn eating, throwing a beer across the grandstands excitement. And you didn't even mention it. I mean, come on, man. It was a great race. I can't believe that Mr. Ronnie Miller wasn't even there racing in it. I just don't even understand what I'm going to do with y'all no more.
Yeah, apparently we didn't. We dropped the ball there.
Pretty sure I know who it was, but in my, I'd have been Fred Flintstoning it in my car. So
yeah, how's your engine? Is it? Are you going to be racing this weekend?
No, sir.
Oh my! 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, pretty sad.
That isn't good. I'm sorry for that. And yeah, unfortunately, we can't cover everything. We probably should have mentioned the Circle City deal, but yeah, I mean, we've been kind of going long past few weeks, so. We can only get to so much. We can't cover everything, and that's one. We'll admit, we dropped the ball on that one. We forgot they had rescheduled that CJ Rayburn Memorial thing. That's about it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Make sure to like us on Facebook, unless you're that guy that just called.
Oh, he can still.
Like us. Okay.
Yeah,
you can still like us.
We won't write him off.
Follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at HammerdownRaceReport.com. Also, if you're a Dominator Superstock driver at Oakshade, head on over there, fill out that form, get entered into the drawing to have a chance to participate for the hot dog race.
That one's going to be fun.
And a chance to win $100 thanks to Nick Loy's Fix and Fab. I'm looking forward to watching that. It's going to be interesting. Make sure to rate and review us, share us with your friends. Thanks again to all our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dominator Race Products. We'll be back live next Thursday night, 7 o'clock. And if you want to leave us a message on the Hammer Down hotline, 419-318-3081. Thanks again to this week's guest, Gregg DeTray. Appreciate it.
That's it.
We'll get out of here so you can go watch some racing at Eldora or follow some stuff on social media about it.
That's it.
Okay.
We're gone.
See ya.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.